viewing you. Got rid of the big screen. Well, not got rid of it, but I stopped using the big screen viewing my videos because the way I have to do the lighting ruins the video. So, uh, before I get to Raw, my review of Raw, I want to remind everybody to check the link in the description. Help Jake Roberts get the 2014 WWE Royal Rumble. But we kick off Raw with Stephanie McMahon coming to the ring after what, and she calls out Big Show and says he disgraced himself after what he did to Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and two referees last night when he ruined the main event of Battleground, which I recommend if you want to see the best. If you really want to see what happened, look it up and like find a free stream or a free just find it somewhere for free. Don't try to pay for it because it's not worth paying for it. There's only one really good match, and that's the six-man tag with the Rhodes and the Shield. That's the only good match. The only match I recommend actually watching. Oh, that's worth paying for. But we get back going back to the start of Raw. She calls out Big Show and says that he has no heart, no soul, and all this kind of stuff. She tells him to get down on his knees and beg the WWE Universe for forgiveness for what he did to the four men last night. There were two referees, which one of those referees was Scott Armstrong, who I thought was fired, but apparently the McMahon's brought him back to, well, Stephanie and Triple H brought him back to cheat Daniel Bryan. But he got knocked out. Plus another referee, the original referee, along with Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. Big Show refuses to get down on his knees. And she slaps him across the face a few times before uh, channeling her father's voice and screaming, "You're fired," right in Big Show's face. Big Show looks like he's actually happy to be fired and walks out of the ring. I believe this is a good start to Raw. I didn't really like how the whole pay-per-view thing ended yesterday or last night, but this could be going into a match, possibly a three-way for the championship, the WWE championship at Hell in a Cell. Possibly Big Show, Daniel Bryan, and Randy Orton all in the cell, but I'm still not paying for it. But we'll have to see where this goes. We still got more War to go, so let's get back to it. Dolph Ziggler picks up the win in the opening match against Damien Sandow in a rematch from the Battleground kickoff show that I'm not sure anybody actually watched, but it's the second night in 2 weeks, second night in a row that Dolph Ziggler has been the Mr. Money in the Bank with Damien Sandow. After the match, we go backstage to Stephanie, general manager slash Stephanie and Triple H's office. Well, Stephanie is screaming at Brad Maddox for ruining the plan of crowning a new champion, new WWE champion. She says that he was the one that hired Brad Armstrong back as the referee to screw over Big Show, and that basically everything that Triple H and Stephanie had planned for Battleground got ruined. What was even funny was yelling right before the main event last night. The cable company, the pay-per-view companies that carried it, they had a blackout. Well, like the pay-per-view just cut off right before the main event started. And tonight, Stephanie even blamed that on Brad Maddox, saying that it was somehow his fault. But she's that what Maddox is to go out to the ring and do what Big Show should have done and apologize to the fans and figure and come up with a way to make it up to them. So I'm guessing that's what happened. Plus, right before the right after the Big Show Stephanie segment, they showed that tonight it'll be Daniel Bryan and the Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes, and Goldust against the Shield. So that should be a great match to watch. But how's Bryan Maddox gonna make it up? What do we see how to find out? So let's go back to the show. Natalia Dyer and the newbies from uh, Total Divas, JoJo and Eva pick up the win over Oksana, Alicia, and Rosa Mendez. Uh, Oksana, Alicia Fox, and Rosa Mendez. A lot of the match was Eve, with Eva getting beat up by the uh, by all three. I'm not even sure Rosa Mendez got in the match, but Eva took most of the punishment until tagging in Natalia, who ended up hitting a spinning tornado clothesline, followed by the sharpshooter on Alicia Fox, I think. But JoJo never got in the ring. But uh, after the match, well, directly after the match, because I'm not even sure the Divas got out of the ring before this happened. But Black Maddox comes out on the stage and apologizes to the WWE Universe for what happened at the pay per view. He then says he's making a match for Hell in a Cell, which we all saw coming. After, if you watched any of the shows so far, um, between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, a rematch inside Hell in a Cell. But this I didn't see coming. There will be a special referee for that match, which will be once again chosen by the WWE Universe on the app. Uh, there'll be three choices that will be revealed throughout the night for the WWE Universe to choose from. The first one, they're all Hall of Famers, and the first one is the returning former general manager of SmackDown. Mr. Booker T is back, and he is one of the choices for your referee at Hell in a Cell, which and what I thought was very interesting was the fact that he mentioned something about doing what was best for business or good for business or something like that, which could hint at the fact that a lot of people have been saying eventually he's supposed to turn heel, but that could be a hint to that, but I'm not sure. It depends on who the other two choices are, but Booker T is one of your choices. He's back on WWE TV, back from that shoulder surgery I believe he had. But who are the other two choices? We'll have to wait and find out. But coming up next, the third match I believe for Los Matadores on Monday Night Raw is next. Uh, Los Matadores pick up another win over uh, 3MB members, Drew McIntyre, and I'm guessing Jinder Mahal because I didn't even see it, but in the match. But afterwards, Heath Slater jumps in and gets Hona Kawana head scissor takeover from the little bull El Torito. I'm begging Drew McIntyre to dump 3MB already and go back to the chosen one, which I've heard that he's supposed to, but I'm not sure if it's a rumor or if it's actually true. But uh, during the match, we found out that this general manager of SmackDown, Vicky Guerrero, has been summoned by Triple H to Raw for some unknown reason. Uh, and we still got more Raw. Coming up next is the Paul Heyman guys, along with Paul Heyman himself, the Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel, and the big guy, Ryback, are up next. Uh, should be interesting. I'm not sure if they're actually in a match or if Heyman's just gonna come out there and taunt CM Punk some more, but whatever it is, I'm looking forward to it. So let's get back. CM Punk and R-Truth get a win over the Paul Heyman guys. Ryback and Curtis Axel had the. It started out with Axel, Ryback, and Heyman coming out and talking about how Ryback was cheated out of the match last night when CM Punk had a low blow on him while the referee was distracted by Heyman trying to pull out the kendo stick from under the ring. Punk hit a low blow and got the quick roll up for the 1-2-3 last night. They were out complaining about that when CM Punk comes out and basically accepts a challenge that he knew he and the rest of the WWE Universe should have known was coming. Uh, a Hell in a Cell match between himself and Ryback for the pay-per-view in 3 weeks. He basically accepts that match, which I'm not sure if it's a real match or if he was just joking, but or if they're gonna make it a real match, I don't know. But they challenge CM Punk to come to the ring to face him. But before he does, R-Truth comes out to back him up. And this kicks off the tag match I was talking about. And towards the end of the match, it looked like Punk was in control. He had the Hell of the King, Macho Man elbow from the top rope. And the and they go to sleep uh, on Curtis Axel. He then tags in, showing a little humility on the part of CM Punk. He actually tagged in R-Truth, who had a match with Curtis Axel last night for the Intercontinental title, but came up short. To give Truth a little payback, Punk tags him in. It allows him to hit the scissors kick on Curtis Axel for the 1-2-3. After the match, Truth tries to show Punk how to dance to no avail, but Truth and Punk pick up the win. We still got the Shield versus the Rhodes family and Daniel Bryan still to come, plus 2 more choices to pick from for the referee at Hell in a Cell between Orton and Daniel Bryan. We still got a lot more war to go, so let's get back to it. After we come back from a commercial, the second participant in the second choice and the voting for the Hell in a Cell referee is revealed to me to be Mr. Bob Backlund, the second longest reigning WWE champion in history. Mr. Bob Backlund is your second choice, along with Booker T, to choose who for the WWE Universe to choose who will be the referee at Hell in a Cell. There's one more choice left, and not sure who it could be, but so far I think, even though they're saying that it's up to the WWE Universe, I'm kind of thinking that it's gonna end up being Booker T, just from unless the last guy is somebody like more inclined to work with the Triple H and Stephanie regime. At this point, I think Booker T would be the good choice, the best choice, unless it's somebody, like I said, that's more inclined to work with the Stephanie Triple H regime as the third person. But out of Bob Backlund and Booker, I'm betting it's Booker that gets the job. But we still have to wait for the third person. But after that's announced, it's Kofi Kingston comes out for his match against the Viper Randy Orton. A very good back and forth match. They actually went through another commercial. At one point, Kofi tried to do a springboard from the apron into the ring and got caught by Randy Orton in a power slam, which looked very awesome on TV. The match came to an end when Orton hit the RKO for the 1, 2, 3 after the match. Uh, after the match, Daniel Bryan came running out and jumped Randy Orton, which brought out referees and officials who amongst them was Jimmy Bygone Noble Boy. Uh, was there. I saw him. It's the only one I could make out. I think Finley was there too. But they pulled Daniel Bryan off and pulled him back up the ramp as Randy Orton bails out. Uh, but we still got another voting choice to come. Another Hall of Famer. Plus the 6-man tag match that I believe is the main event featuring Daniel Bryan and the Rhodes Brothers against the Shield coming up. So let's get back to the show. We come back from commercial. Del Rio is backstage talking to Vicky Guerrero. She said she's here to make a special announcement for tonight. A special announcement tonight. He says since he's the only true world champion at the moment, that she should give him a outstanding a worthy opponent for the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. She says she'll think about it. We're gonna go to the stage, back into the arena, where the third choice for the Hell in a Cell championship match between Orton and Bryan. The third choice for the referee is revealed to be HBK Shawn Michaels, the man that trained Daniel Bryan to become a WWE superstar. To become a wrestler. But we all know how this is gonna turn out. Between the three choices we have, you should know who's gonna be chosen by the universe, if that's really the way they do it. But we all know it's gonna end up being Shawn Michaels, and sometime between now and the pay-per-view, Triple H will convince his best friend to do his best for business. But after another commercial, we come back and Del Rio is ready to go one-on-one with a mystery opponent of Vicky Guerrero's choosing. She chooses Ricardo Rodriguez, who comes out, and right before the match, she tells Del Rio that his match in Hell in a Cell will be against the returning John Cena. To which I scream, "Why, God, why?" But as Del Rio reacts to this, Ricardo votes him up for a quick 1, 2, 3. Ricardo Rodriguez actually pins Alberto Del Rio. After the match, Del Rio snaps, and while Ricardo is celebrating, standing on the announce table, high-fiving Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, Del Rio runs out, sweeps Ricardo's legs out from under him, making him drop back first onto the announce table. Ricardo rolls off and leans with his back against the announce table. When Del Rio hits a straight kick to the face of Ricardo, Del Rio then pulls out a chair, puts Ricardo's arm in it, and stomps on it several times. He then walks in the false arm breaker with the chair on it, with the chair on the arm. I have a feeling that this is going to lead to possibly Ricardo coming out with Cena now, probably like he was doing with RVE. But after that, why play back Cena now? It was going so great. The show was awesome. But we still got more Raw to go, so let's get back to the show. Fandango picks up the win over Zack Ryder via the flying leg drop from the top rope to the back of the head. After the match, we found out what everyone should have known already, what I knew was going to happen, and that is Shawn Michaels wins the app vote, to become the special guest referee for the match between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton in the Hell in a Cell at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Uh, if you didn't see that coming, there's something seriously wrong with you. But we still got about 30 minutes left on Raw. So, what's the main event? What I'm guessing is the main event, six-man tag, The Shield versus Daniel Bryan, Cody, and Goldust. So let's get back to the show and see how it closes out. The Real Americans pick up a win, another win, in a rematch from last night. Another rematch from last night's pay-per-view. They as they get a victory over Great Khali and Santino when once again Antonio Cesaro hits the giant swing on Great Khali, making him so dizzy that he uh, is unable to kick out of a 3 count. After the match, Cesaro hits does the giant swing to uh, Hornswoggle, but gets attacked by Santino and the Cobra. Uh, Khali comes back and hits the giant chop on Swaggle to end the segment. Coming up next, the Awesome One, Miz, is up next. I'm not sure who he's fighting, but it's always awesome to see the Miz. So let's see what he has in store. Miz comes out to attempt to host a episode of Miz TV, but gets interrupted by the Wyatt family, who come out. Bray Wyatt comes out from the entrance as the lights go out. They come back on to reveal Eric Rowan and Luke Harper in the ring behind Miz. Miz runs out and jumps Bray Wyatt. He actually knocks Bray back into his own uh, followers or brothers. Bray uses Luke uses Harper and Rowan uh, as post, like he does to the ring ropes, to do his uh, headstand like he does in the corner in the ring, and laughs at Miz. As we wonder what the hell is going on with the Wyatt family. But coming up next is the main event, the Shield 1-on-1, the Shield 3 against 3 six-man tag, the Shield versus Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and Daniel Bryan is coming up next. It's the main event. The six-man tag main event first ends in a disqualification when Dean Ambrose hits, I believe, hits Cody Rhodes, I believe, in the gut with a chair. It, they deem it a disqualification, but Triple H is standing at ringside the entire match and changes it to a no disqualification match and orders it to continue. A few minutes in, Daniel Bryan gets the tag and is outside and gets jumped by Randy Orton from out of nowhere. Not even sure where he came from. He wasn't out of the entire match, but he did come out RKO Daniel Bryan. The Shield pick up the win. After the match, Big Show comes out and stares down Triple H. He gets jumped by but first the Shield standing between Big Show and Triple H. Show runs through all three very quickly. Gets close to. He comes face to face with Triple H, but Seth Rollins takes his knee out, and all three members of the Shield tackle him. They get tossed to the side by Big Show as he comes face to face with the boss Triple H, and finally, in front of the wall, knocks out hits the KO punch on Triple H, knocking him out. Triple H does his best Vince McMahon impersonation by falling out flat on his back from the KO punch. Big Show leaves the ring as Daniel Bryan comes back in And I've seen Triple H laying on the ground and starts a chant of yes, yes, yes in Monday Night Raw. What will happen next in this saga between the uh, the new regime and the outcast? I'm calling them. Uh, we'll have to wait for Hell in a Cell in 3 weeks, but we still got Impact and SmackDown this week. So, like, comment, subscribe, and check out that link in the description. Help me help take forward to the 2014 WWE Royal Rumble. This has been my review, and I'm out.